What's up, guys? It's your girl, Dedicated Diva, and I'm bringing you guys another podcast. Now, I know you guys can look at the title and see what I'm talking about, so let's get straight into it. Now, this video won't be long, but it's just been some things on my mind. Whenever I watch TV, go on the internet, go out in the street, you stay hearing about the president or the negative things that's going on in the world. People tend to dwell so hard on the things that the president is doing, and people tend to dwell on the negative actions that take place. And they tend to dwell on these things so hard until they miss some of the things that should really actually be talked about. Because, in my eyes, the things that the president is doing currently that some people feel like should change. If you're not doing anything and speaking up about these things, and you're just writing a social media post, that's not going to help anything. That's for one. A lot of people are all talk. A lot of people get up on social media and they want to put up all these little negative postings, spreading negativity into the world. And they are not doing anything to push positivity. That's one thing. Now, with the two incidents that happened, where it's something that happened in, no, it's three incidents that happened. Something happened in South Haven, Mississippi, some happened in Texas, and then something ended up happening in Ohio. I'm not going to speak of them negative events because you guys get enough of that on a daily basis. The only thing I can do is pray for the families and hope that it never happens again. There are more serious things that can be talked about and can be done within your own community, within your own city, within your own county, within your own state. I stay in Tennessee, and here in the city that I stay in, they are closing schools at I mean, they have closed 17, 18 schools within like the last 2 or 3 years, maybe 4 or 5 years, but 17 schools is a lot of schools to be closing down within 10 years. And they recently closed the school that I heard about, and they closed it up. It was an elementary school, and they made the middle school that's literally right next door a kindergarten through eighth grade. So you took the elementary school that was from, I believe it was preschool, all the way up into sixth grade, fifth to sixth grade, and you combined all of those kids in a middle school, which is smaller, and you made it from kindergarten to eighth grade. The children at the school where they really pushed everybody together didn't even have the right books, don't have anything up to date. It was formerly a school was put, I was, I don't want to say the basement, but it was a school for, how can I say this, misplaced youth. It's the best way for me to put it. It was a school attached to this middle school previously for kids that was bad, that were really bad. They were getting expelled and kicked out of school. And so, an alternative school, I think that's what they called it. And so, when the alternative school was part of the middle school, they combined it, and there was a bunch of police cars and ambulances up there at the school every day. So now you combined elementary in with a middle school. There was an alternative school also. This is why I say the things that goes on, some of the things that goes on in the world today it should be talked about, but in a positive light. If you're not gonna push to get things done when it comes to the president, when it comes to the three incidents that went on that were horrific, if you're not gonna push things in a positive light and move things, I don't know how else to put it, in a positive light, if you're not gonna set a chain and you're a celebrity, if you're not going to set a chain of positivity to keep this moving to where it needs to move, why even talk about it? Why even do the negative posting? That makes no sense whatsoever. You have all these people that act like they stand up and they want to fight, but the only thing you do is get up on your talk shows, on your Instagram stories, on your Instagram lives, and go live, and you want to talk about what's going on in the world, but what are you doing to change it? It's almost like you want to spread the negativity and you want to make sure you stay good and negative, but then what do you do afterward? There's things that's going on in communities, like I told you guys about these schools. There's the domestic violence going on. There's people that, don't get to eat. There's so much that's going on that we are being blinded by the tragic situations that no one is seeming to know how to fix. We have a president that like to boost on TV, and don't get me wrong, because I've said this about our previous presidents also. Presidents, not the one that we just had only. All of them. They like to boost about what they're going to do, and nothing ever happens. It's like everyone is selling us a dream. Everyone is getting up, they're fighting to be the commander in chief. They want to be just that person. They want to be the president. But when they get there, they act like they so hard at work on trying to fix what the previous president did, and the president before, and the president before, until everyone get lost in this ego trip. This world is so big, and it's ran on egos. Look at your local news. Look at your world news. It's always something negative. They want to make sure the first couple minutes of the news is filled full of negativity. Nothing on the first part of the news, no matter where you stay, is ever positive unless you stay somewhere where it's no crime. And I don't know where that would be right now. People need to really start turning things in a positive light and finding ways to fix things and stop pushing negativity. Start doing start doing something to get things going in a positive light. Start finding out the people who you really need to talk to really get things done. Help these kids in the community. That's all I have to say, guys.